What's next? Some sort of evil cavern? I jinxed it.
Yes, you did. Good job. You jinxed it. There's only one weapon good in this situation, and that's a mass sorcher. I don't have any sorch power left. Time to resort to common courtesy. Nutritional packets should not be left open like that. That's not very hygienic. Don't touch the goo. Oh man, look at that model! I want that model. It looks so nice. I want to take a bite out of it. Man, I would like an enemy in future installments that are a bit more aggressive, you know? Because there's something about this. I really like these energy beams. They're so good. They really feel nice and zappy. I want to zap things. Zap. Look at these. Like, too much effort went into these. Why do these suits exist? That uses the old texture, doesn't it? Like, they put in the effort to make the walls anything but textures. They could have just gone for the old, I guess, but... Memo! An apology to all scientists. Fine! The Flamoid force has floundered in my flurry of funky food fumigation foreclosures, but fear not! The frustratingly fruitless and futile forage for the fleeing fragrant flavor fabricator has been finally figured out! The fearsomely fiendish tall guy was a forceful fallacy taken at face value, frankly. The feverish freak was me all along! Flabbergasted, flummoxed, frightened. Do not feel fatally furious or failed by the fragile free market foundation of all this ruckus. My fervent feeling is to fleetly forgive and forget. It's easy to say that when you're the perpetrator, mister. Oh, heck. He's got me right where he wants me.
You know, I think I like the keys better on level 5.
Why? That's a dead enemy, by the way. Even though they're dead, I like to say things anyway. This level, by the way, is a completely missable secret that you can miss if you don't make a jump. And I hate it. Oh, man, look at the shadow on that dial. There are too many polygons on that dial. Everything is really round, by the way. Like, look at this thing. Why is it... How is it so round? Usually in games you can tell that there's angles on things, but this thing is so smooth. It looks like a little toy they put in the video game. I love it. Oh.
I don't want to say I rule it open indoors, but someone should.
Aw, really? Still, nice seeing the panel. Don't worry about that passage. We'll get to that. Man, I really like how the plasma goes. There's something about it that looks kind of ethereal, you know? It's got a unique flavor to it. But I guess, you know, I come from Doom and Half-Life, so seeing an energy-based weapon that looks kind of neat, you know, is easy points scored there, buckaroo. As I go back, I can pick up all the ammo I left behind. Man, those do look kind of good, though.
You know, they really should have already given the next one would just be unlocked. Silly me. This wasn't on the map, is what I'd say if anyone gave me a map.
Chex list. Roommate wanted. Looking for someone to move in ASAP. My last roommate recently disappeared in an as of yet unexplained volcano-related incident. A bummer for sure, but I'm still going to need someone to cover his half of the rent. As a bonus, the room is fully furnished, and you can take half of all of his stuff. Great views of waste incineration towers and mine shafts. I'm flexible in security deposit. No pets. Gosh, this is doing wonders for my voice acting portfolio. Get down off the ground.
Looks like a good time to turn back.
It does look like a good time to turn back, doesn't it? I love how the explosion has the flamoid dimension in it. Like, look at that. There's goo in there because it leads to the flamoid dimension, which is full of snot. Ugh. I can't stand it. It's just good enough to make me go goo. As we all know, there's no greater seal of approval on this side of the universe barrier than making me go goo. Look at that. Such a dinky little key and a little light.
Oh, a key.
That's the last key. So, considering that his key lines appear to be, like, specific to specific keys, that's kind of surprising. Let's see if I can do this jump, because last time I botched it.
The rest of the team must be close. You know, just in time for me to already have done everything.
I like that panel, because you wouldn't guess it. You wouldn't guess it, would you? You wouldn't guess it.
Not gonna lie, I was expecting something to happen there.
Yeah, I guess he couldn't see that, could he? How would he... I'm metagaming. GM, punish me.
There it is. Nice one.
Day 64, last hope. My small... Oh, was this a scientist guy? Day 64, our last hope. My small band of survivors has now been locked in this room for over 15 days. Their supplies last for months, the advantage of being stranded in a nutritional facility, but the boredom has begun to creep in. On top of everything, every hour we hear another flamoid testing the door lock of the room we're barricaded in. I fear the moment they gain the ability to ooze underneath the door and reconstitute themselves. Some have pointed out that our communication silence should provide a clue for the IFS to investigate. I still have hope.
Ah, exercise.
Because we're going up, I guess. Why does this exist? My camera doesn't even move with it. Why does any of this exist? Why is it off center? Everything is sloped. This is the one you can miss, and of course, I should have mentioned this, but my... For some reason, our hands vanish in this last segment. I don't know why, but what a weird glitch. So now we can look at all our weapon models without our hands in the way. This could be cool. I like that these are so similar, but it's pretty clear this one uses a different cartridge. That's so neat. It's a modified version. I like that one without the hand. Chex Mix, Bezoic, Spicy's new litter. High five, got some friend news you can use. That's all snacks tonight. Is the last episode for everyone loves breadstick. Wait, everybody loves breadstick. Everybody loves no breadstick. As Bezoic's longest running TV show. Let me try this one again because I botched it. That's all snacks. Tonight's the last episode for Everybody Loves Breadstick. As Bezoic's longest running TV show says goodbye. After 13 seasons, what's next for our favorite stars? Rumor has it that the producers are whisking the entire cast off to a planet Govol for their exclusive nature-occurring dip bath spas. Peanut butter, chocolate, powdered sugar. It sounds like those lucky buddies are about to get very muddy. If anything, I'd say it sounds sexalicious. But in my opinion, a lot of things are sexalicious. It's just a fun thing to say. Doesn't even mean anything. Look at this! The buttons are pressed in. The buttons are pressed in when you shoot. It's not just a little animation. They get pushed in. This little dial actually gets spun. I think the butt, like, those are minute details. Those are tiny, itty-bitty details nobody would notice. Nobody would notice if the finger just goes beep and nothing happens. But the buttons move, and that just gets me. Look at this. The little antenna go back for some reason. Oh, they even glow, and they have a little electrical charge. I can't take this. Stop this video game. Stop having more juice, more flavor, more attention to detail.
The real Flemoids were the Flemoids we made along the way.
Oh yeah, but by using the minecart, we skipped a little segment where we're supposed to run like a bunch of doofuses. It should be. But there's one more weapon we haven't seen yet. The BFG.
This wasn't on the map. Is what I'd say if anyone gave me a map.
Look at that thing. That thing looks so cool. That looks like a high, powerful weapon, you know. Look at that. You got the cooling tubes. You got the cool front with a weird model. It looks bulky. It's got 2 switches. This thing is so heavy in front, if you were to actually hold it, you'd just fall over.
I deserve this.
You do. Look at that! This is a radar! It's got 2 little buttons. You gotta hold it. You gotta click the hold to use it.
Oh, perfect. A hole in the floor.
It's a weird thing to specifically comment upon. Wow, the whole thing, like, ooh. Get out of my way. Alright, let's... Okay, so the wow. That's actually not bad looking.
If this whole thing is a surprise party, I should warn you. My birthday isn't for 2 months. Is this on?
That's it, by the way.
Please help us. We're stuck.
I didn't sign up for actually touching these things. You guys are on your own. Quick! We don't have to outrun them all! Just outrun each other!
Oh, no!
wait up. Time to go!
Thank you. We gather here today to honor those Chex Mix warriors who've paid the highest price to secure our safety and freedom from the Flemoid menace. My heart is heavy with grief at the terrific loss of nutrients to the Flemoid hordes, but filled with gratitude for our heroes who did not perish defending Bazoik and stand here today receiving our highest honor, the Chex Dallion of Bravery. Without their relentless courage, we would be deprived of the precious nutrients that contribute to the health and happiness of every citizen member of the IFS. So, on behalf of the entire galaxy, we thank the Chex Mix Squadron. You truly are the perfect mix.
Yeah, so I land on Bazoik and they arm me with this tiny Zorcha, but don't worry, it's the worst one. They make me run around and unlock all these doors to find the really good stuff just lying on the ground, thank you very much. You know what else they gave me? A spoon. A spoon! You ever hit a 6-foot-tall mucus monster with a spoon? It's not pretty. Oh, great. Not a single laugh track programmed into this crowd. But the cricket guy showed up. Hi, Jiminy. Good to see ya. But seriously, folks, Bazoik was a bit like your local Snacklebees. The food's okay, but there's absolutely no atmosphere. You get it? Atmosphere? I also can't breathe up here. Hey, you know what they say about Bazoik? You arrive in a spaceship and you leave in a snot rocket. Yeah, it's not pretty. Probably why nobody's put a ring on that planet yet. I'm telling you, these are comedy gold. You're missing out. It's bad karma. And you know what they say about karma in low orbit? What goes around comes around once a day. Okay then, well, thanks everyone. You've definitely been an audience. Good night. Be sure to tip your server. And if you're looking for service suggestions, try the veal. Admiral, wait. Please tell me you're here to send me back to Bazoik.
Why did they put so much effort in the credit sequence? What? Someone give Chewbacca a medal. I can't believe it though. This is... Why? Why? Any of this? This is free. Like it's not... Oh. It's loud. But why? 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 I'm gonna play the other characters because I get curious about what the other endings are. You can figure it out yourself. It's free and it's not difficult. Just do it. Have fun. Buy some Chex Mix and get the other characters. I guess that's maybe why they did it, so that it's not just a character skin. Because I think it, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. There's also multiplayer mode, which gets me. It's like, why is there a multiplayer mode? Ah. Ah. Why? It's the 1996 Chex question. Are you kidding me? They dug up those old credits. The Chex question.